Hey everyone, welcome back. Matt Denham here again to talking about another release of Cognos Analytics, this time release 11.1.6. So we've got some great new and exciting things that have been made available in specifically Cognos dashboards for 11.1.6. So that's what I wanted to cover here in this demo. In speaking with a number of our customers and conducting a number of interviews, we often get asked for capabilities that actually already exist within Cognos. So clearly that tells us that we have an issue with discoverability. So let's try and address that. So one of the ways that we've addressed that in this release is we actually made the toolbar persistent along the top. So as I select a visualization here, that toolbar is going to be context aware and tells me exactly what's available for me to make changes to my visualization. So if I wanted to go in here and change this to a different visualization, I could do that from there. Drill throughs, changing the location, showing the data that's driving a visualization. All of this is now available in that toolbar. Now I can undock it as well if I wanted to do that, but I think that certainly as users are just getting started using dashboards, I think that this is a great way to demonstrate a fairly intuitive design that will keep everything in the toolbar. If I'm changing from a visualization to something like a text label, for instance, I'm going to get a different set of options that are going to appear there. So that's a great start, I think. One of the other things that we've added is from the toolbar, we've got this fields area in the upper right. Now, in the past, if I wanted to make changes to any or all of the visualizations on my canvas, I would need to jump in and out of focus mode, make those changes. And if I have a lot of visualizations on my canvas, making those wholesale changes can be quite arduous, having to go in and out of focus mode every time. So we wanted to try and make that a little bit easier and faster for the dashboard author. So now we've added this fields pane here that authors can use to make changes to their visualizations. And that's going to persist as long as I keep that open. So this is going to allow me to toggle through all of my different visualizations, and all of the different objects are going to change depending on where I've clicked, and that's going to allow me to move quickly through my visualizations and make changes where I want to make them. Again, and then I can just close it and return to my dashboard. Also, you might be wondering then, okay, well, now what is focus mode for? Did we get rid of focus mode? And that's now much more of a consumption type of a gesture, right? So if I wanted to go into my coupons here and try and understand the variance between maybe coupon 2 and coupon 4, I can jump right into what had been previously focus mode and actually see these values right up close. So it's going to allow me to zoom in, zoom out, quickly toggle between different visualizations if I wanted to do that. So it makes it a lot easier for the consumer if you have a lot of objects on your dashboard to just quickly zoom in and zoom out, take up the entire canvas, make some changes or highlight some things, and then minimize back out. And while I'm here, it's also worth noting that we now support categorical colors in our maps. In previous versions, we would only allow for heat shading to these different regions or territories, depending on how I've populated my map. We would allow just the heat shading on say, a measure or a different numeric field. With 11.1.6, we're now allowing you to add categories to this. So whether in this case it's a severity of different maybe tickets that I have for my different pieces of software or product line or something along those lines, I can just add that to my field mappings pane into the color location, and it's not just going to be a heat, it'll also allow me to change the colors as well. Returning over to my coupons here, one other smaller feature that we added is the ability to specify units. So if I go in and wanted to format quantity sold, and I had some very specific unit that I wanted to add, like percentage points or something along those lines, I can add that, loop back out, and then that custom label is going to appear. By default, it's going to be a suffix at the end of my measure. But I could change the label position to the beginning or the end if I wanted it at the beginning also. So that'll just allow for a little bit more customization to your visualizations. Now finally, one thing you might have seen here as I've been talking is this plus button and plus and minus button. So now I'm just going to bring this up full screen as well. We allow automatically for OLAP cubes or dimensionally modeled relational DMR models. For authors or for crosstab consumers, automatically my levels are going to appear, my hierarchies are going to appear with these plus and minus buttons that I can just go in, open, close, and it's going to show me the children of any of my different levels here. So this is going to allow me to quickly navigate my cube or navigate my DMR model directly within the crosstab. We've invested quite a bit in enhancing our crosstab experience over the last couple of releases that I'm hoping you guys have noticed. So this is just one of those further enhancements to the crosstab, is this ability to kind of, it's not quite a drill up and drill down, it's almost like an in-place drill up and drill down that I can quickly toggle the various levels of my hierarchy. So as I said at the outset, today the default is that this will only work for dimensional data or dimensionally modeled data. But we're going to look in a future release to add support for navigation paths for relational data as well. But that'll be in a future release. So that really is a very quick tour through all of the new features available to Cognos dashboards in 11.1.6. And as always, please don't hesitate to leave a comment or ask a question. I'm always happy to jump on and have a conversation with anybody that's looking to chat Cognos dashboards. Thanks, everyone.